Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Campbell Now TV, the #1 video news source on campus. I'm Abby DeBoer.
And I'm Joshua Davis. Tensions are growing in the world of politics tonight. House Democrats believe they have the votes they need to follow through with the impeachment of President Donald Trump. Democrats need 217 votes to complete the job. At least 25 House Democrats have openly stated that they'll vote to impeach President Trump. The impeachment conversation is following an intelligence community member's allegations that Trump may have used the power of his office to solicit interference from a foreign country in the 2020 U.S. election. They've even stated that Trump has used $400 million in military aid to launch an investigation on potential candidate Joe Biden. Trump has since denied all allegations.
And speaking of Joe Biden, his recent campaign ad has caused numerous amounts of controversy this past week. The ad was titled Unhinged. It lasted about 30 seconds and sent a few jabs at current U.S. President Donald Trump. The part that caused a lot of confusion was when Biden's ad stated that Donald Trump was, quote, lying about the one Democrat he doesn't want to face, end quote. The title Unhinged comes from another part in Biden's ad where it states, now fearful about his re-election, he's becoming more unhinged. Biden has made solid strides in this election race and is hopeful his tactics are working to persuade Americans to elect him as the next president.
Expanding even more on the growing calls for impeachment, a lawyer that represents the whistleblower whose complaint sparked the inquiry says that the legal team is now also representing a second whistleblower. Mark Zaid has recently confirmed a report by ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos that the whistleblower has already been interviewed by the intelligence community's Inspector General's office, but he has not communicated with any congressional committee members thus far. The New York Times has recently reported that an intelligence official who has more direct knowledge of Trump's dealings with Ukraine is currently weighing whether or not he wants to come forward. Trump has claimed that the first whistleblower has gotten all the information wrong, and now another, quote, whistleblower is coming forward with second-hand information, end quote. We'll be back with national news after this break.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
3 astronauts have recently safely returned to Earth after a 6-hour trip from the International Space Station. Astronauts from the U.S., Russia, and the United Arab Emirates landed safely on Thursday in Kazakhstan at 3:59 p.m. local time. They underwent preliminary checkups upon landing before being transported elsewhere for more health checks. The UAE celebrated its first astronaut in space by lighting up Dubai's tallest tower to celebrate the launch. After partaking in a YouTube challenge, a young boy from Michigan is suffering from severe burns. It's called the Fire Challenge, and his mother is speaking out to warn other parents about this dangerous challenge. While hanging out with a friend, they tried the challenge once but swat out the small flames before trying it again and fueled the fire by spraying nail polish remover, causing his whole body to become engulfed in flames. His mother said that, quote, whatever they are watching on YouTube is not worth risking their lives over and needs to be monitored.
Early Saturday morning, Randy Santos was arrested and charged with beating 4 homeless men in Chinatown, New York City. Police say video footage shows Santos killing 4 of these men with a pipe while the men were sleeping. A 5th has been left in critical condition. Santos has a history of violent arrests, as well as drug abuse and mental health problems. His charges are 4 counts of murder and 1 attempted murder. Reasons for the attack are still undetermined, and Santos will be back in court October 11th.
In Dudley, North Carolina, an 18-year-old woman states that she was mistreated and then punched by a Wayne County deputy while being transported out of the local fair. Zaya Kelly, the woman injured in this incident, said she was simply just trying to break up an altercation that had broken out in the crowd of the fair entrance with her 16-year-old brother when she was struck by the deputy. Kelly was charged with resisting arrest, second-degree trespassing, and assault on a government official. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office has stated that the situation is under review and more information will be released in the future. We'll be back with on-campus news after this.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Homecoming weekend is coming up, and you'll have the chance to raise money for a good cause one more time. The Barge Scholarship 5K is a race around campus that's about much more than running. Here's reporter Cassie McCardle with the story.
These words meant something to him: commitment and duty and honor. Those are kind of old-fashioned words that you don't hear a lot anymore, but that's the way he was brought up, and that's who he was.
Mrs. Sarah Barge speaks very highly of her husband, Dr. Walter Barge. He was a teacher and the dean of the College of Arts and Sciences here at Campbell before he passed away. Since I never met him myself, I sat down with Mrs. Barge to learn more about him. Talking with her was an absolute pleasure and helped bring his lively personality to life.
This is a picture of Walter after we got here to Campbell, and he's in his office being dean here. And Walter, of course, couldn't have a beard while he was in the Army, so after he retired from the Army, he grew a beard. Well, I think he was the only person at Campbell with a beard when we came. There are quite a few now, professors with
definitely.
beards, but he was kind of a rarity.
So he started the trend.
I think maybe.
Dr. Barge made such a large impact on campus, a group of faculty and staff decided to endow a scholarship in his memory.
This 5K is held every year in order to raise money for a scholarship that has been endowed in the memory of Dr. Barge.
Dr. Jonas here at Campbell was part of the team who organized this scholarship. He spoke very highly of Dr. Barge.
Dr. Barge was a very good administrator. He was well liked on the campus. From what I understand, he was very interesting in the classroom. I always enjoyed talking with him. He was like a walking encyclopedia. He had lived a lot of experiences. He had been career military. He was a Vietnam veteran, and
he loved his family. Family was very important to him. He loved music. He loved good books. He loved Christmas. Let me think. He was a good father. We raised 3 fine sons that I'm very proud of. And I tell people that's Walter's legacy, is his 3 sons. He would be very touched and very deeply appreciative of the fact that some of the faculty members started this scholarship.
For any runners that may be interested,
just come on out homecoming morning. 8 a.m. is when the race starts. We will gather over on the track. We're going to run the same route that we run the running of the Camels 5K that we do at the beginning of the year. And we'll start and finish there at the track, and we're hoping that it'll be a nice morning. You'll be able to register there the morning of the race. We're giving free T-shirts to the first 100 people that sign up for it. And so our registration that morning will start at 7 a.m. and the race will be at 8. And it's a wonderful way to kick off homecoming.
Mrs. Sarah Barge says,
we'll finally be able, they have enough money now to begin to award that scholarship to someone.
Yes.
So they'll be helping a fellow student, and it's a good way to spend a beautiful fall day and make some new friends, maybe.
Thank you, Cassidy. To register, just look up the race on the university's homecoming calendar. We're excited to see how the scholarship can benefit students in the coming future.
On October 11th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., there will be a football toss event in Academic Circle. This event will have other games and giveaways as well, including a football signed by Campbell football head coach Mike Minter. You don't want to miss out on this amazing event.
On October 12th, Campbell University students have a chance to take a fun-filled trip thanks to Campbell's own outdoor adventure. The trip will be held at Hanging Rock State Park from 8 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. Students will get the opportunity to hike around the beautiful park and take in all the breathtaking sights. To sign up for the trip, students can go to Campbell's Campus Recreation website and sign into the recreation portal using their Blackboard information. For any questions, students may contact the head of outdoor recreation, Dan Ruther.
To end off tonight, Campbell football is on a roll. The Fighting Campbells advanced 4-1 on the season after a win over Presbyterian College. This was the beginning of conference play for the Camels, and they hope to build on the momentum, being 1-0. Coming up is a bye week for the Camels, as they have an opportunity to rest before they return for Campbell's homecoming against Hampton University October 19th. Come out and support your fellow Camels, as this event will take place at 4 p.m. in Barker Lane Stadium. Thank you for joining us tonight here on Campbell Now. I'm Abby DeBoer.
And I'm Joshua Davis. We'll have college sports tomorrow as well as more news Wednesday evening. We'll see you later, Camels.